What up, though, YouTubers? It's your boy Trey from DigitalDollarsTrading.com, back with another video that I know you're going to find very useful, all right? But before we get started, you know the routine. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Now let's talk about what we can do if we've only got $1,000 and we're looking to get into the market and invest, okay? So with $1,000, most people are going to tell you that you need to diversify your money. I don't agree with that. I'm going to tell you not to, okay? Because $1,000 at the end of the day is not a whole lot of money. And since we're trying to get the most bang for our buck, if we put all $1,000 into one stock, we're going to see a much better return than if we were to divide that up amongst 5 or 10 stocks or something like that. Simply because if one of those stocks do great, but you've only got $100 in it, let's say it rises 20% in a day. You only made 20 bucks off of your 100, right? But say we got that entire $1,000 into one stock and it does 20%. Now our $1,000 is $1,200. We made $200 on our money. So until we have a really nice portfolio size, I recommend sticking with one stock, not spreading it out. And maybe you can set a goal for, maybe every $5,000 to $10,000 that I have into one stock, then I can move on to another one and add to that till I got 5 or 10 grand or whatever number you think suits your lifestyle. But right now, if I was to invest in one stock, that stock would be Tesla. And I'm going to tell you why. You have to think of Tesla as much more than just a car company. All right. Yes, they produce electric vehicles, but Elon Musk is not your average entrepreneur. He's got multiple companies. He's got the Boring Company that does the flamethrowers and all of that. He's got the Starlink internet company. He's got SpaceX sending rockets into outer space. But what's really going to make Tesla a long-term buy, where you can put $1,000 in this and look up and that $1,000 turn into $10,000 or even more, is because of his robotics program. Now, if you followed Elon long enough, one thing I can tell you is that you can't believe his timetables. His deliverable dates, they never add up. He's been promising the Tesla Roadster. He's been promising that for like 10 years now. The Cybertruck, when he said it was going to come out, it came out 2 or 3 years after that date. And so on and so forth. So the robo-taxi, none of that stuff is going to line up with his timelines, but they will eventually line up. And Elon's plans for his Optimus robot, if you can just think ahead of a little bit, this man is saying that by the year 2040, there's going to be more Optimus robots than there are human beings in this country. You've got to take that into serious consideration. There's videos online where you can watch what these robots do. They can do as much as clean up your entire house. You can have conversations with them just like ChatGPT, but this is now, in the form of like, an actual body that's moving around. But there's going to be endless amounts of tasks that you can ask these robots to do, and you want to be invested in that. Because if you think about it, when these robots hit the market, they're probably going to go somewhere between $20,000 and $40,000 per robot, which is basically the price of a car. Now, when you take that number and you add that into hundreds of millions, which at some point there will be out here, think of how much money that's going to make Tesla. How valuable is Tesla going to be when you've got a robot in every household, just like you have a car in every household? And I know you can see that. That's where the future is heading. Robotics, anything that you can do that can make human beings lazier, you can get rich off of. So you can imagine a company right now with the gross earnings that they're doing, and then you add in something as huge as a robot into every single household in the United States, yet alone the world, it's the robot Optimus is probably worth $1 trillion as it is just by itself. Add another $1 trillion in net worth to Elon Musk and to Tesla. So if I was to have $1,000 to spend on any one stock, it would be Tesla, because the future is very bright. You may be in a position where you're at right now, you may not really be able to benefit off of what you're investing as far as maybe retirement, but you can set up future generations right now with just a small amount of money. You can set your kids up, you can set your grandkids up, and as you make sacrifices, here's the one thing about investing: it gets addictive. And seeing your account increase every week, it becomes fun. And you can find other areas in your life where you can pull back on and you can invest that money and slowly meter in, because $1,000 is basically going to get you right now about 3 Tesla shares and a fraction of another share, because Tesla right now is around $335 per share. But that's 3 more than you had. And you got to start thinking about your bank account and the money that you keep in that as idle money. That money's, if it's sitting in your bank account, it's not doing anything for you. So your money is better suited in a vehicle like the stock market that can bring a return on every single idle dollar that you have. Put it to work. And remember, don't spread yourself too thin. You may want to accumulate maybe 5 to 10 grand worth of Tesla before you move on to another stock. Okay? And if I was to venture into something outside of Tesla, it would be something like NVIDIA. Okay? NVIDIA makes the GPUs that power artificial intelligence. So the Optimus robots, they're going to need NVIDIA chips. NVIDIA is the best semiconductor company in the world. All other companies that make chips, they are inferior to NVIDIA. So you don't need AMD. You don't need ASML. You don't need TSM. You don't need any of those inferior chip making companies. NVIDIA will do just fine. But first, we're going to start with Tesla. We're going to put all our money in that. And as we accumulate savings on our paychecks, we're going to add to our Tesla position until we're ready to move on into something else. And that's how you can build a very sturdy, strong, foolproof portfolio starting with Tesla. It's your boy Trey from Digital Dollars. Make sure to like and subscribe.